Isn't that a pretty tractor? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Court Farm. We are, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been doing some work on the farm. As you guys know, we've been mowing. So far I've got this field done, and that is mowed for grass, and we'll have to just bale that and wrap it. It's me silage. Hay, and then for right now, the rest of the fields I'm going to use for... I mean, the idea is to sell the silage bales and get some money. So these 3 fields over here, I'm not gonna keep the bales. We're just going to mow these and sell the silage. So in the meantime, though, I'm also making quite a big straw harvest. Now, once again, I think we're probably going to end up selling a lot of these bales. I'll show you where we're at here. I've mowed most of this yard here. And so that is the linseed field. And no big deal about the weeds. But we got a lot of straw off of that. So it's good. That's what I needed. I didn't keep any linseed, obviously. We just grew it to grow the straw. And we will collect that. I do regret getting this little tiny mower. I feel like this really is our harvester. I almost feel like taking it back and maybe investing in a big harvester. I don't know. I gotta think about it. We got a couple options. There's an affordable option, which is the John Deere speed rower. Unfortunately, I think it's one of those mods that the model just doesn't stand up to the visuals of the game. The other option is going to be the Krone Big M, which is... let's take a look at the Krone. I mean, the downside is it doesn't really match our farm because it's so big. I wish we had like an in-between. I don't even know if I can afford that. That's pretty expensive. I mean, it's a cool machine. That's freaking awesome. But it is also uber expensive. And I'm not talking about Uber Eats. I'm talking about Uber price. It's freaking a lot of money. So I'm not sure what to do because, man, there really is no like in-between option. So the other thing we could do is get a double mower for the back. This will not have enough horsepower to push it though. So I'd have to sell, we'd have to get a larger tractor. We could keep the Krone front mower. But then add on some back mowers. And once again, that's not too bad of a solution for this map because the fields are kind of narrow. So getting in and out of the gates and stuff, the folding mower idea is not that bad of an idea. So I think we probably are going to go that route. So let's go ahead and trade this puppy in, and we'll save the rest of that for... Poor thing. Well, we used it today and we just found out that our farm is too big for this fun little guy. This is nice if you're, once again, you're in the Alps. This is a real balanced mower. It's not going to tip over. And it's got plenty of power. We did a lot of work with this guy. I don't feel like it was a failure in any way, shape, or form. It's not big enough for what we're doing. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to look at another tractor. And because once again, this is all this can really be used for is mowing, and I think if I can get something, maybe an older tractor but with a bigger horsepower, it only needs to mow. I mean, that's the idea, is just to make it like a mowing kit. So let's see what we got available. I think, did I go the right way? Yeah, I did. Okay. Here's all the lawn that I mowed. I saw a guy tedding in real life the other day. I thought that was pretty neat. They were doing their second cutting, which some farmers are getting to around here and some aren't. They're saying the weather's been really bad for a second cutting, and it looks like it's not going to be a great year for hay, which sucks for my wife's horse business. That means the hay prices are going way up, like everything else. So she bought ahead, hoping, that I think she thinks she's got enough food now to keep us through December, January, maybe longer. You got to think ahead when you're farm manager. Look up. Whoa. Oh, really? Oh, I forgot. I'm driving on the American side of the road here. Works out good for that guy. Where's the sales yard? Beat this thing down, man. They're going to be like, what did you do? Okay. Sorry, Murdoch. Yeah, so. Yeah. So, yeah, we lost some money there, definitely. But I need to get what's right for the farm. We gotta bail our picker up there. In the back, we got a bunch of pieces of equipment that we purchased. Feeder for the cows when we get them. This is all stuff we don't need quite yet. Okay, well, let's see what we got in tractors. Actually, let's see what we got in mowers first. Mowing kits. We could go with one of those, like a side and front. Does this windrow? That needs a real big tractor. It's nice though, 180 horsepower. We got 175. It's only 52,000. That would save us some money. I don't know if you can change this to windrow. Like, does it have work modes? I don't know. I think it does. Like, this would be a better solution. That's a 7.3 meters. This is 10 meters. This is going to cost a lot more, but these can. Kong's too big. Look at all these different options, man. I know this one. That's actually pretty cheap. 240 horsepower is the minimum requirement. Holy shnikey, Batman. 200. Why? So we got some Kubota equipment. Pricing isn't too bad on those. So looking about 70 for the kit for that and that. That's not too bad. What is this? That's the twin knife for the mobile mower. Take a look at this. Does this adjust? I don't. Yeah, see, I think this just cuts too. See, a lot of these don't have the option. If you look at the Kubota set, this may not. Work mode, Vario BX. Yeah, see, that adds a lot of money. This allows you to hang those off the back. And so what does this do? Same thing. So this just comes with a BX installed. No, it doesn't. That's why the horsepower is high, because you're operating that windrower. But if we get that, we could, because if you're hanging, you still can't use that. So no matter what, we need a windrower. But Shoes and socks. Those are pretty cool, though. Yeah, this, like I said, I don't think that's adjustable. That's going to put it out in 2 rows, I bet. One on each side of the tractor. This one, once again, does not do... That's a lot less expensive. We'd have to do some windrowing. We got money, though. I mean, if we want to buy a bigger windrower, we don't have to use the little windrower that I bought. I can always sell that. So I think this is probably going to be a good idea. That's cheap. And the requirements are not that heavy on the tractor either. What is this, 8.3? These are, that's 10. Does this have a system on it once again? No, I don't think it. Oh, yeah, that does. Oh, that has the cross flow. That's so expensive. But these are all going to be, these are 70. Does this have a cross flow? Of any type? No. You can adjust these to windrow. Though. See the top, that black, this thing here. This can be pushed in the game. I don't know if that works. And that would make the rows. See that what that does is that pushes this tab there and this tab there, making it row it. Does that work in game though? I don't know. I don't know because these are pretty low horsepower requirements. In real life, I think you have to add it. You have to add them. So if you need one, you need about 230. Wait, let's see. This would be 220, 230. Yeah, 230, 180. Man, I've always wanted to use that. Yeah, baby, that's too much. Okay, so I'm gonna do the thing and be risky. This is gonna be dumb. I've always wanted to use one of these. I guess you know what? For the rest of this moment, maybe let's be safe, and we're gonna lease this. Lease. I know we're gonna not make as much profit because we're only doing 3 fields with it. But I want to try it before I buy it and just see. No, tractors. I want one with a. Valtra. Valtra is a pretty. That would be an option, and it's the price. Look at the prices, right? Got any vintage stuff back here? It's funny, the Kubota couldn't even run the Kubota stuff. 119. That's a good deal on the Herleman. These are not reversible on the stairs, but these would match our stair equipment. The reason why I say a reversible tractor is because, unfortunately, the Valmet, this old one, just is real bad turning radius. This would be an option, actually, but... Shoot. Well, let's see what they got in the small. We got a two. Something for mowing. It's got to be larger frame. There's our tractor right there. The old Steyr. These are all small. No. So nothing that we have here. The N series, I think. I mean, this could do it, and it's reversible. But I'm just gonna say no. We need to go. If we're gonna go this route, we're gonna go Valtra. And dang it, I've used this on my farm already. I can't use that. Okay. So here's the issue that I'm having. That mower that we bought is really big. I mean, really big. And heavy. It's really heavy. 211. All right, well, let's go for it. We can keep an all Vultra farm going. This is gonna be for mowing, so we're gonna get the little mowing wheels on. Beckett, oh, we don't really. We don't. I'm surprised we don't have our. I was gonna get mowing tires. We don't have them. It doesn't seem like frustrating. Yeah, we can deal with attachers later. That works. Let's see if this tractor can actually pick up this weight. We might have to get a counterweight. Oh, Lord. Look, I mean, this is the, so look at the size of this thing. And this is front mounted. This is where I'm a little worried about this tire, even though this is a heavy horsepower tractor. Or should I say stare? Good God. Oh, man. Sorry. That is... I mean, it's holding it. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to do some calisthenics. It's not flipping forward. But I think just to be safe, let's put a big weight on there. I don't know. We'll see. And then if this works out this year, we'll buy it for next year. What's on sale? Any weights on sale? No. Grass? That'd help us with our grass. That would improve our grass. Okay, let's see, huh? What are we looking for? We're looking for weights. I need a counterweight. I need something wide. Big and wide. Let's go for the Twinkle Pack 1500. Good, that works. Thank you, Mr. Twinkles. No. There we go. You see it rock back? That means that we've done it. We've done it now. All right, so let's take the ELO out to the field and see what it can do. Once again, I've only used this ever in a tutorial, so I'm interested to use it here. A little bit of a different style mower. I think it's going to have to be windrowed. If that's the case, I can also see needing to get a larger windrower. Because we're going to be doing a lot of windrowing, and that little Pee-wee one I bought just isn't going to cut it. But let's see if we like these mowers. Like I said, I want to try something different, and this is something that I haven't used yet, so this is definitely different. It's unique. C'est un produit unique pour cette tracteur. Wait, was that? No, okay. We have to wait till we get to the main roads, yeah? And that is coming up on the left. I love the way the tractor just kind of... I think I must have my volume turned down because it's really quiet. Is it quiet for you guys? Let me... I can fix that in a second here. Hang on a sec, I'll fix that. Okay, we've done it. And so we're heading back to our little farm with our big tractor. So we knew we were going to have to buy a larger tractor at some point. So now we've got it. How do I get down to that field? Oi. Oi, not the rocks. Let us try some small equipment. Oh, it's so weird that it's on the front. Okay, we have detach hire worker. I'm just seeing through the... Obviously, we can change it. What do those things do? Left and right. Oh, those are my windows. Arr. That's the door. Okay. That's really kind of useless there. Left. I can put the little seat down. That's funny. Okay, so that's not anything to do with the mower. Okay, so the mowers have no control aside from on and off. That's what I needed to know. I don't want to put the weight down. I want to put the mower down. There we go. Oh, it's sloppy. Oh, man. But it's a lot wider. It does not have the nice slim cut. That's going to have to be windrowed. So, so that's a no. I'm going to put that out there. I'm going to... It's a neat... We'll finish this year with it, but... Or finish this field with it. And that's it. That's a no. I really was hoping that it would put it in neater banks, and it doesn't look like you can do that. So there you go. Now we know. So we're going to have to look at probably a Profi cut or something like that. And we'll just keep the windrower we have. It mows nice. I mean, but well, any mower that we get that's going to be this wide will mow nice. That's just a disappointment. I'm trying to decide if I want to mow all the fields, the remaining fields with this, and then just windrow them, or if I'm going to be picky and just get the right mower. I'm glad we tried this out first. All right, so well, I mean, let's just do it. So let's go with let's see, this one's not going to be part of it. This is the 75,000 plus 21 is 95,000. And what's the minimum horsepower? 200. Yes, our tractor can do it. Or 75 plus 13. So this is the better kit. This is why we always end up with this kit. But I don't know what to do because they're better. And this one's adjustable. You can throw things to the sides. I mean, that's helpful. I'm going to do this. And we're going to do this with work mode Vario. PX. And there goes all our money. We knew that the money was going to go. We're going to make some of it back pretty quick. So we'll finish mowing this little bit with this mower, and then I'll go grab those and do the grass field with the right mowers. I can return this weight, so that's good. This is a nice tractor, though. I haven't used any of the steer equipment in a while, so it's fun to have a stair farm. Alright, so I'm going to run this back to the shop. I will return momentarily, and we'll get the right mowers running. Thanks, guys. Thanks for testing with me. It was kind of fun. Alright, I'm getting beached like a whale. I'm trying to find where the entry to our other 3 fields is. I'm assuming it's going to be off the main road. I went back to my farm and got there, and I'm like, oh, I can't get in. These fields are the ones that are up here on the behind this field. There's 3 fields, and I'm not sure where the access point is. I'm thinking maybe up here. On the left. Is this it? See, there's the field there. Where's the entrance? Have to go through this neighbor's house. Oh, there it is. Okay. Put the hazards on. Open this up. And look at that. All right. Oh, boy. Oh, you... Yeah, bite me. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and unfold this, unfold that. And the work modes, let's see what's available. Can this only go across the center? Ooh, it does look like that. What I was hoping for was like a spread left, spread right, but that's not an option. I think it's just going to be spread center. All right, so it's here. Boop. Okay. Selected work mode. Wide spreading. Toggle work mode. Swath dropping. Left swath. Oh, that's right. This has the convertible swath. You can do half and half or one. So this, it really just that's it. Okay. We're going to mow this in about 3 seconds. The good news is our tractor has enough horsepower to do this. Look at that. Money for nothing. And your silage for free. I'm going to say we're going to get about $10,000 to $15,000 of silage, maybe more, maybe 20 off this field. These fields, like together, and maybe 30,000. It's going to be a slow growth back up to making a lot of money. But we have enough. I'm going to make the silage and get our silage in and baled and stored. And then we're going to buy the cows once we have food available. So probably November, the food will be ready. But not until then. Oops. Oopsie. The problem with these is, unlike a windrower, they will just leave the stuff in a mess. If you cut a mess, it stays a mess. These do not re-pick up material. They only pick up what you're cutting. So like when you have messes like that, they just leave it. It's not perfect. You know how I like things perfect. I have a hard time with it. Look at that. Beautiful cutting operation. We've got the in-store microwave oven. Custom kitchen delivery. We got the movies, refrigerators. We got a microwave and a cell phone. Isn't that crazy that that song? And part of my life was lived before cellular phones. I was a late adopter, actually. I was one of those that resisted having a phone while I was driving. I didn't like the idea of having to talk on the phone. I tend to actually be a kind of introverted person. Don't really like a lot of attention. Probably because kids, beat me up because of my tennis shoes when I was a kid. So I kind of just I grew to not like social interactions. I've gotten better at it. Definitely. But still, I have my moments. Ooh, that's a weird sounding bird. Oh God, I hope I can fit this through here. These are really narrow fences. Wow, ear piercing. Okay, well, at least we know it's the fence. Ooh, just look at that. So you really couldn't use these fields for anything but grass. There's no way you'd get a harvester into these fields. Maybe that front one, but how would you get a harvester? It would have to be tiny. Like the sample Rosenloo, and even that I think is too big for this. Like that. Too little. This field's a little larger than the last one. We've got the in-store. Custom kitchen delivery. We got the movies. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm reciting Dire Straits. This will be a lot easier to collect too, obviously, because we have, windrowed it, large windrows, wide. I think this is the right mower for this farm, though. Honestly, with all the field, after mowing that by hand, it took I think just from a mental standpoint, it was hours of mowing where this is I'll still have a good hour and a half, 2 hours of mowing when it's mow day, but we have to mow a lot. There's the truth of the matter is we're going to be mowing quite frequently because they grow more than once a year. So by the time our bales are ready for sale, we'll be ready to mow again, and then that harvest we're going to do all of it sell, and that probably off this farm I'm going to say we're going to generate probably about $100,000 of and then maybe that'll be our purchase time. The only thing that I don't like about this farm and about this in general, we have to buy other farms in order to get more animal pens. We've reached the limit of animal pens the way that they designed this map. So from what I'm understanding, I cannot put any more barns down on my own. I have to buy some of the other farms. Well, we're looking at $200,000-$300,000 investments, but that'll bring us other animals. So eventually we want to save up, and we do want to buy the actual Court farm, which is to the south, and that'll get us rabbits and more cows, and then we can start doing some meat cows, not just milk cows. So. There's that. And now we get to sneak through this gate. Yeah, there'll be a decent amount of product off these fields. And so Court Farm has been very enjoyable for me so far. Once again, I know we're mowing. It seems like a lot of maps. This is just what you got to do. You start off with milk cows and work your way up by doing. But especially this map really is, and that is England. You know, a lot of farming is cow based, and these farms are all based on cattle. So. Once we get some money together, we can move into arable farming. But for a couple months starter, we're going to have to do this. Because that's what we have. That's what they've given us. So. I do wish, speaking of Sampo, Rose, and Lou, that we could get the Kamiya C6 or the Kamiya series of harvesters. I'm surprised, really, that no one's imported them yet into the game. Like, I was expecting to go into harvesters. Like, maybe people just got sick of the Sampo, Rose, and Lou. But they have, Sampo, and I don't know if they may not even be doing it anymore. Sampo, Rose, and Lou may be not doing harvesters. I don't know. But the C6, C4, C5, C6 were real harvesters. They were like pocket harvesters. And those would be perfect for this farm environment. So the only one that we have now is the Nova. I'm sorry. I may be able to find a downloadable Neva, but once again, that's more. When I was in England, I didn't see any. I saw some Zetter tractors, but I didn't see like Roslamash or Gumslamash harvesters. They were all Claas mostly. John Deere, Fendt. I mean, those are the brands that you see here. So I wish we could get, the Kamiya. I'll look into it and see if they're available somewhere. And voila, we have finished. All right, so let's get ourselves out of here. And we must close actually, the gates will stay open today because we need to bale all of this. So we're a long way from being done, even though it's 2:30 in the afternoon. We're going to be working late tonight, most likely, because we have a lot of baling to do. And I still have to windrow one of the, ouch, one of the fields, my neck. They want you to stay on the path, obviously. The neighbors have put rocks on the road. I saw another way in. There's another gate. Shiitake mushrooms. Okay, we're going to go out the other way. All right. That's not going to work. That was dangerous. Here we go into the wild blue. That worked out great. We mowed for like 4 minutes. That's the kit that we need. That's really going to help a lot. All right. Sweet. Good night, folks. Good night. Good day. Can't really see. People really, what they say, chuck down these lanes. You gotta watch. People go real fast in England down these country lanes, and driving in England is stressful. It really. I thought it would be relaxing, like fun. It was not. It was very, compared to America, it's real stressful because there's just a lot of blind spots. And despite the fact that things are on the wrong side of the road, even if they weren't, it's still the narrow roads. Everybody knows where they're going, so they're moving real fast, and you're not because you don't. I will say the drivers are surprisingly good. I was actually, it's fun to make fun of other countries' drivers, but in England, it seems like the people are actually, a lot of them are actually really good drivers, and you kind of have to be in that driving that high stress environment. All right, this mower definitely needs to go into the big barn. No, just want to drop it. This is pizza. All right. I think we can use the other tractor for that. So I guess, right now we're at the stage where we're going to windrow that hayfield. And then we'll move into, is this for real? Does that work? No. One of these tanks on here you can put fuel in, I think. That's fertilizer. I don't know. Chuck. Yeah, here's the little profi. There's our windrower. Very small. Very small indeed. But we've only got one field really that we need. One in a part of the other field, but who's counting? Hello. Hello, governor. My wife voice, she's like, oh, they'll do your English accent. I'm like, hello, governor. She's like, no, that's horrible. She's like, we do not speak like that. Hello, governor. I think what makes that funny is because nobody says governor in England anymore. Governor. What is this, 1814? 1903. pre-Cockney. Dude. I never understood how those, and of course, you know, when they get old, like when you see Axl Rose is proof in the pudding, you know, like they're not really singing. They're, I mean, I'm not discounting Axl's voice, but he's not very good, and he never was. But now he's just, it's like listening to a dying cat. I don't understand. And the worst part is the plastic surgery. Like, it just didn't go well. I'm so mean. He looks awful. He looks like Captain Kirk. He looks like William Shatner. He's like a fat, chubby William Shatner going like, blue skies. And somebody, and I thought this, and really funny, they put up a thing, and of course, you know, it's one of those memes. The neighbor from Family Guy, that weird old guy that always likes, I think his name is Brian. He's like, oh, hey, Brian, come on over. And like they showed Axl, and then they showed him, and like together, and he does sound just like him. I'm like, oh my God, it's him. Hello, Brian. You got the eyes, the bluest skies, and if they thought of rain. I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Oh, Axl. It's the guy from The Darkness, you know, the I believe in a thing called love. He's like, somebody should tell these guys that they really probably should just stop. Like, they're hurting themselves. They're hurting everybody around them. They need to just let it go. And there's a video of Axl, like, in one of the concerts, like, falling off the piano and just, like, laying on the ground. It's like, man. 80s rock stars. So this window is nice. This is definitely a little bit on the small side, but I think honestly this field should theoretically provide enough hay for us especially if we do it twice. This should provide enough hay for us for a year. I mean, I think we're gonna have more than enough bales of hay. I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of a warm, safe place where as a child I'd hide and pray for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. I'll stop, I promise. Sorry. Sweet child of mine. It is a great song. It is. They had great guitar stuff in there too. Slash, hate to admit it, but he's a great guitar player. Very good bluesy player. Sloppy when he's drunk, but Who isn't? But when you actually listen to like his stuff, he's a good guitar player and he's a good writer. He writes great solos, very memorable. Oh, 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 sweet child of mine. I got to start making music for the channel again. I have no excuse now. I got a bunch of equipment. I bought my son sold me a really good deal on a very rare Mesa Boogie amp. It's called the Lone Star. They made one for 2 or 3 years, and they made a special edition. And it is just a monster guitar amp. And he likes heavier stuff. It's more of a bluesy, like, rock amp. It goes from like 0 to 100, where he likes amps that go like 150. You know, I'm more of a blues rock player, and so he's like, I told him, I'm like, don't you sell that amp? And he's like, he really wanted to get a Mesa Boogie Mark IV, and so he's like, I'll sell it. And he's like, he put it up for $1,250. I mean, this is like a $3,000 amp, and I'm like, Ryan, are you really going to let it go for that much? And he's like, yeah. And I'm just like, dang it. So I, called Moni and I said, look, we got a little bit of money in the bank. Can I use part of it to buy that amp? It's a great amp. And she's like, yeah, go ahead. So I got it. And it's going to be, it's at his house though, because I haven't had room in my car to move it, but I should theoretically be able to move it today. So I should have it tomorrow. And I'm really looking forward to that amp. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys get the idea. I'm going to get this finished. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this episode where we kind of traded equipment around. I think the next thing, obviously, once we make some more money, I am going to get a bigger windrower. And honestly, probably a larger tedder too. The tedding's not so bad because that goes quick. Even a small tedder is pretty wide. But, we're not tedding that much. A lot of it we're just selling. This field's going to be tedded every time. So, but since I'm running bigger mowers, All right, so, folks, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. I look forward to seeing you. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. I'm definitely having fun doing it. Being silly. I'm glad most of you guys will put up with it. I know here and there I get a viewer that yells at me and leaves the channel because I'm too silly. But I gotta have fun. This is, it's farming, for crying out loud. If I don't have fun, I'll just fall asleep. So it's either one or the other. Would you prefer that I record like this? Anyway, have a good night, guys. See you next time on Court Farm. Bye!